Hey, this is day 13 for Imagine a Miracle Every Day. And this is all part of the energy of miracles, in case you haven't known that. And today we're going to imagine one of my very favorites, and this is the first lesson in the energy of miracles, which you're not doing, but you're doing the sister, I guess, partner uh, practice called Imagine a Miracle Every Day. And this one is going to be from Mark 9, verse 14 through 29. All right, so here's another thing I wanted to show you. They have that same story over here in Matthew, but that is not the one that we are going to read today. So, here we go. This is exciting. This is the first one that I was led to read. I read this every day. So, I'm so grateful. It's just like, so this is, in this practice, you are to imagine, read out loud these, act them out, imagine that they're true. Pretend that you are Jesus speaking. Pretend that you are the other characters so that you are going to benefit from reading them out loud and in a way that you can't know until you do it. It's just like it's phenomenal. So here it comes. Jesus had been, this starts off where, and I hope I said the right thing, Mark, right? Mark chapter 9, no, what did I, let me make sure, because sometimes I've made a mistake here. Somebody had to pull me up on it the other day, which is okay. Mark, there we are. Chapter 9, verse 14. And when he came to his disciples, he saw a great multitude about them and the scribes questioning with them. So Jesus has just come down from the mountain where he had the transfiguration. And so let me just make sure. So edit anyway. I'll probably edit that out. Anyway, and straightway all the people, when they beheld him, were greatly amazed, and running to him, saluted him. Then he asked the scribes, "What question ye with them?" And one of the multitude answered and said, "Master, I have brought unto thee my son, which hath a dumb spirit." So here's where you're going to want to see in your mind that you are Jesus, and you're coming down from the mountain, and you've had built up all of this amazing energy. And when you get down there, you see the disciples in the crowd, and people are asking them something. So you walk up as Jesus and you go, "Hey, what are you asking them?" And they say, "Oh, we brought unto your disciples my son, which has a dumb spirit. And then wheresoever he taketh him, he teareth him, and he foameth and gnasheth with his teeth, and pineth away. And I spake to his disciples that they should cast him out, and they could not." And here's another thing. I was going to use this. One thing I noticed about this particular scripture is that this is one where it can really help you to understand more how to heal some of your other issues. Here's one of those bugs. Everybody says, "Oh, kill it." I don't want to kill you. You could just go. Where'd it go? There it is. I'm not really trying to kill things out here. So, all right. So I can see a lot of minutes are going by, and I spake and gnashes with the teeth, and foameth and well, let me start over. And wheresoever he taketh him, he teareth him, and he foameth and gnashes with his teeth. So you can imagine that this kid has some sort of condition where he rows on the floor and foams at the mouth and gnashes with his teeth. Something happens. It's like people call it a fit. And I spake to thy disciples that they should cast him out, and they could not. So the disciples, you can see them too. They're standing there. This is what I see, that they're standing there, and they have had no success with having attempted to, get rid of this condition. Even though they have a lot of power, they apparently don't have this one built up high enough. And he answered them and saith, "O faithless generation, how long shall I be with you? And he fell on the ground. Oh, and straightway, oh, wait a minute. How long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him unto me. So Jesus immediately says, okay, we'll bring the kid unto me. I'm going to take care of this thing. And they brought him unto him. And when he saw him, straightway the spirit tear him. And he fell on the ground and wallowed, foaming. And he asked his father, how long is it ago since this came unto him? And he said, as a child. So here's where you are imagining the scene, and Jesus is talking to them, and they're answering back. And he's saying, of a child, ever since he was a child, this happened. And oftentimes it cast him into the fire and into the waters. It's really making him suffer to destroy him. But if thou canst do anything, have compassion on us and help us. So that in itself is really amazing, because here's a parent who really loves his child, and he goes through any length to get help. And you can see, when I think about it, I can see the anguish in his face as he asked Jesus for, if you can do anything. And so, if thou canst do anything, have compassion on us and help us. Jesus said unto him, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. This is the most important lesson, or one of the most important lessons that you will ever take yourself on, is to understand, is if you believe or not. Because everything is predicated on your own belief. Everything that Jesus talks about has to do with believing in God, having faith. So here's what I do every time I read it. Jesus said unto him, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. So you know what? I say it as though Jesus is talking to me. I say, Jesus said unto me, Tarja, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to you, Tarja, who believeth. I use my own name. And straightway the father of the child cried out and said with tears, Lord, I believe, help thou mine unbelief. And here's another opportunity where you can put yourself in the scene, and you can actually say right then, close your eyes. This is what I do. I close my eyes and I just say, Lord, and I just say it to God about anything that I'm asking for. Lord, I believe, help thou mine unbelief. Take away my unbelief. Take away my doubt. Take away my fear. Anything that's in the way of me having everything that I am asking for. Take it personally. And when Jesus saw that the people came running together, the crowd comes running together, you can see them running together, he rebuked the foul spirit, saying unto him, Thou, dumb and deaf spirit, I charge thee, come out of him, and enter no more into him. So you got to look and command. You have to command that spirit to come out of that child. And the spirit cried and rent him sore and came out of him. So it actually worked. And he was as one dead, insomuch that many said, he is dead. But Jesus took him by the hand. So now you're going to imagine Jesus reaches down, takes him by the hand, picks him up, stands him on his feet, and he arose. And when he was coming to the house, his disciples asked him privately, why could not we cast him out? And he said unto them, this kind can come forth by nothing but by prayer and fasting. So what that's all about is building up your power, understanding. So when you see this whole scene and you act it out, especially if you do it more than once, command. You're going to learn the power of yourself that's in you, that God has given to you, to command over spirits. And sometimes what I do these days is I would say to myself, I command anything, any spirit that's in me that is stopping me from getting the fullness of God, that has any kind of fear or any lack limitation, anything that's blocking my health, wholeness, and healing, I command you to come out of me and enter no more into me. So that's the Imagine the Miracles Everyday lesson for today. We will see you tomorrow.